Why, hello there! How are you? Good to see you! Welcome to another episode of Honkai Star Rail, everyone! Howdy, Xavier. Always good to see you. Is it time for sad? I guess it's time for sad. Loki, the man, the myth, the legend. Hey, Andy. Good to see ya. This music slaps. Yeah, I love this song. I forget what it's called. Hearthfire, I think? Yeah, Hearthfire. Really good track. You're finally done with Age of Plenty. What's next after the boring lore? Godric, of course. Naturally. Also, let me turn down the volume on my side. I love this music, but it's a little loud for me. There we go. No, come back, little guy. Hug it. I'm not hugging. I'm not hugging Pom Pom.
La 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 la. Huh? You're back? It's natural for the conductor to feel relieved when their passengers return safely.
Mm-hmm. So close to the next equilibrium level, chat. We just need to get to 65. We're almost there. We'll get 4 passes from it too, which is always nice. So let's see. In terms of like dailies, it's gonna take me at least a week. I think it'll take me like 8 or 9 days at our current trajectory, but we might be able to accelerate that to 7 days. Depending on like how the companion quest for this and Argentes when his comes out next patch works. That's the best voice. Yeah, I think Pom Pom is very appropriately cast. Very good job. Anyway, so today we are doing the Jingliu companion quest. I've been doing this on the side, by the way. Very fun event. 3 Herdas. Oh no. Arlen's worst nightmare. Also, the raiding pistol. The raiding pistol actually raided this. I still don't understand what it's raiding, but I don't think anybody does. Wubbaboos! And then, like, a bunch of them out there. What you don't see in the shot, which I got in my picture, was the giant Wubbaboo was actually just out of frame beneath it. It was the funniest thing. And then, of course, this. Got a shot of her. I told her she's about to debut big. I'm actually glad they let you talk to her, because, like, she's just a neat little NPC they have in the overworld, and you don't get to do anything with her. So it was kind of cool. And then the tram. This is moments before disaster, chat. Guess what happened next? Yep. I got hit by a tram. Don't worry, it's fine. I maxed out my, where is it? My defense stats. I just got hit by a tram and went flying. Luckily, I maxed out my defense and didn't get hurt. Huh? Huh? Take care of yourself! Sorry, March, can't do that. Can do. No, can do. March 7th. Hey, Hook, how you doing?
Honorary member? March 7th gave me a doll. It looks just like you. That's
I am a bit of a cutie.
not what Hook said. But it does look cute. And it's soft, too. Daddy'll love it. Well, I've been looking for a souvenir for Daddy since I boarded the express. He's not so well, so he can't pay a visit himself.
Aw.
I was asking around to see if I could find anything. Then I bumped into March, and she gave me this doll. It's modeled after you, honorary member. You did a big favor for Hook and Daddy, so I think this is a fitting gift.
God, I love Hook. Honestly, credit to her VA. She also does the voice of Asta. And, like, just absolutely excellent job. Yeah, don't fall asleep on the job, Pom Pom. Can we pull for anything? No, we're very close, though. Again, after we hit 65 next week sometime, we'll have 9, and we'll probably get 10, because I'll also do, like, my daily stuff, or my weekly, I should say. We're stacked for here. We're ready for trying to get our E6 Asta. Gotta watch for trains, Loki. Maybe stand beside it. No! No! I needed that exact angle. I clearly should have stood in front of it. I will not regret my decisions. Yeah. Also, chat. Off screen, I did, over the weekend, some SimUniverse Swarm Disaster. And I actually beat the hardest difficulty. And it was surprising when I did it the first time, but then I did it 3 more times. I mean, sorry, 2 more times with the other paths, with Destruction and Remembrance. Remembrance I didn't record, because that was super easy. But we were actually able to get, yeah, here we go. Where are you? Yeah, there we go. This is for my destruction run. Yeah, this is the one we want to show off, though, right? Beautiful. This is for Elation, which, again, wasn't too surprised. I was just kind of shocked that this scuffed run actually worked out. Wait, was this... I think this might have been the first time that I actually cleared this area, too, for destroying all the objects. Yeah, we got 15. This one was a bit weird, because you have to manually aim for the last part. But I think I finally figured out how I can actually get them all. Yeah, like that. And it's like 2 seconds! Woo! Right before the 0 ended. Oh, are we gonna check out the other dialogue options for that thing? Yes, we will. We're gonna be checking that out today. This is gonna be a very casual stream. Pom-Pom's secretly in a gang, so be careful. Actually, it's funny you say that, Andy. In a companion quest, Pom-Pom's actually a mob boss. It's even funnier in context. I liked it when Welt had the frickin' mafioso accent, too. Like, God, the actors must have had a blast during that. But yeah, this was my Elation run mixed with Remembrance and stuff for the blessings. Ultimately went with the disassociation effect because I was like, okay, gotta max that out. Wait, which one was this? Oh, yeah. Okay, I just want, just to showcase the battle stuff, let's see what happened to these trotters. Keep in mind this is floor 3. This is as difficult as they possibly could be. I'm like thinking over whether or not I want to switch out Asta for Himiko. I said, nah, fuck it. I think it should be enough with just... good old Topaz and Herta. I love Mob Boss Pom-Pom. That was like the absolute best. That companion quest in general was just great. It was just March's unhinged imagination. But yeah, we go this. Boom. 202,000. Oh my goodness. 309,000. 100,000. Boom. And then, yeah, I was like, when I saw this, I was like, okay, we might actually be able to beat this. Because I was expecting to lose, like, maybe at least one of them. And I was like, okay, what do I want here? Do I want to reset, or do I want to go with this? I'll go with that. I'm like, do I want to go preservation for defense? Nah, we'll go hunt. And then this one, I was like, I guess the abundance. But at least there'll be a consistent attack up. The problem is attack ups are not that good when you have 255% damage up already. Alright, so now we go for the upgrades. I didn't have a lot I could upgrade, so I went with just what I thought was necessary. Get some more damage on my my stuff. So when I use ults and things that consider follow-up attacks, they'll actually like do some super damage. So I just upgraded a few of my 3 stars, and then we'll go straight into here. Nice. Alright, so this is a buffed up final boss, because I took forever, but I didn't care, because it's like, I'm pretty sure damage isn't going to be my problem. It's going to be survivability. I switch over to Himiko now. Who, by the way, I got her to level 79 now, so she's almost at 80. We're very close. Maybe we'll get it done after today. We got some fire weakness on this boss.
Nice. With
our blessings from earlier in the run, which was real nice. We go this.
The market is unpredictable. Right.
Just started playing Nier Replicant because it was free with the PlayStation subscription service. Oh, that's awesome. Enjoy it. It's a really good one. Yeah, I was trying to plan out how this was going to go.
Perhaps you still don't understand.
Yeah.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
I'm still wondering, when do I want to pop that Hua-Hua? Alright, that was my free barrier. Boom. Having 3 follow-up units, I think, was the best decision, too. I don't think Asta would have let me be able to win this as easily.
Nice.
Also, thanks to my buffs between Elation and Hua Hua with Abundance, I'm able to get skill points basically infinitely, so that's nice. Making sure we get buffs constantly. Dude, Nier's amazing. Make sure to play all new games, best games ever. Yeah, New Game Plus with Nier is the important thing, Xavier, know that. The game doesn't end after New Game. There's like 5 New Game Pluses. Alright, so here I'm going to pop now my Elation Resonance. And then we're going to use our ults.
Nice.
Perhaps you still humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Look at all those data, 715,000. We're doing so much. Alright, pop Herda. I'm actually somewhat regretful about the decision because I feel like I didn't need it, and I would have rather had it for the next phase. But it's fine, because he's frozen and stuff. Decided to do this to prepare people for the next phase. Keep everyone buffed up. Going for that break. There we go. Decided to get this done right away. I would prefer that wasn't happening then and there, but it, you know, it is what it is. I would rather her follow-up happen when we had the full team, and we could have gone max buffs, but whatever. Now keep in mind, I'm delaying the boss every time I use a follow-up attack, and my ults also count as follow-up attacks. So this boss has gotten super delayed so far, and we haven't even got into it splitting into 2. Alright, now there's 2 bosses. Destroys Herda's barrier finally. Himeko still has hers. I'm like, when do I want to do this? Here. This is the moment. Like, look at that! Herda... Again, this run could have been lost if Herda died here. But Herda survived that? Now, she did 600k!
Nice.
Just 595k when a bug explodes. Go biggie.
The market is unpredictable.
Investing in victory means playing the long game.
Oh, so kind of like AC6? Yeah, basically. You have to think of New Game Pluses in New Game there, I got my full plus that I wanted.
Perhaps you still
But yeah, I have to think of New Game Pluses in Nier games as like intermissions before the next act of the main campaign, basically.
the market
Gotta
is
freeze.
Investing in victory means playing the long
Nice.
game.
Boom.
Time to twirl. Honored to meet me.
That's just beautiful, that damage.
Do you
Then
like
Herda.
diamond? It's all yours.
Boom. I was like, wait, it's not dead? Well, okay, fine. I guess we'll just do this. There we go. So there it was. I beat Swarm Disaster 5, the torturous difficulty with Elation Path. And then, like I said, Remembrance, I'm not too surprised. If I could do it with Elation, I was pretty confident I could do it with Remembrance, because that was just Freeze, right? And having Herda with Freeze on that, it was like, okay, I just need a few Elation Blessings, some Preservation stuff to just give me some added defense in case they don't get frozen. Because Freeze can be very weird on Remembrance with these Swarm boys if you don't get the right amount of effect hit rate. And then finally was Destruction, and Destruction was where I was like, okay, I think we can pretty much chill as long as I can get enough defense up from Preservation, and I did. Nier Automata really is a masterpiece. It also has 26 endings. I enjoyed that game so much. 26 endings, but like 20 of them are joke endings, to be fair. In all fairness. Anyway, so I recorded that, and I think I'm gonna do that in the future. I'll record like off-stream stuff where it's like, oh, this was something that I would have loved to show on stream or do on stream in retrospect. Yeah. I'm so happy though. So now it's just a matter of doing these side things, which is just doing more Swarm Disaster. And apparently we're getting a new Swarm Disaster-like mode in the next patch in 1.6, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe we'll do Simulate Universe at some point, too. That's hard to imagine. I don't know exactly what that means. You basically have to think of it, Xavier, as basically you beat the game, but it's like, oh, that's like an act break. That's like you're going to the next phase of the story right away, right? It's a bit weird. You'll see it yourself when you beat Nier Replicant for the first time. Suffice to say, it's kind of like Armored Core 6 so far as you will get more and additional story context in a new quote-unquote playthrough. That said, it's a bit different, especially when you get into Automata. Yeah, it's cool to have that, yeah. It's very nice to see, like, those type of visual novel things where it's like, oh, there's a gag ending or something, and just kind of have that in the game as, like, an optional content to do, right? It just adds character. Again, I have a strange relationship with Yoko Taro as, like, a creative director whose games I enjoy. In that I actually think he goes overboard a little too much, and I think some of his writing is kind of, try-hard. But I think his games are just very artistically creative and emotionally compelling, despite that, right? And so I can critique him a lot on his writing, but, like, ultimately, he is effective. And so whatever my complaints, I can say that he emotionally moves me with his work. Way more make you cry. What will the new update have? So, in terms of 1.6, we'll have the live stream soon, which will officially announce it, but according to leaks and stuff, it's going to be, a new Swarm Disaster-like mode, and a new endgame boss like Phantilia for us to do Caverns of Corrosion for. So that's going to be a new story boss, and basically the story's returning to Herta Space Station, which makes sense, because we do the return to Belobog in 1.4. 1.5 here has been returning to the Xianzhou to do the ghost hunting event. And 1.6 is going to return to Herta Space Station. We're going to meet Ron May, who's been in the Sim Universe stuff, talked about by Herta and stuff as one of the people who helped make the Sim Universe. So I'm interested in seeing where the story for that goes. As they've announced, we're also getting Dr. Ratio. So that guy just seems hilarious, just based on all appearances. Like, they seem to have gone with the idea of, like, okay, they're embracing, like, the Greek, Latin, you know, Roman roots of, like, the philosopher archetype. And, like, making it where, like, he's, like, just over-the-top campy. Plus, I mean, his name is frickin' Ratio. I know the game's in China, but the devs in China have to know the L plus Ratio meme, right? I know exactly what you mean. There's so much sad shit, just give me a break. Yeah, like I said, the problem with Yoko Taro stuff is that it feels, like, unnecessary, like he does it just to do it. Like, you don't need to, like... It's not as bad in the games themselves, I should say, but in the additional content, the supplementary stuff, like, it's like, you have to make every character where it's like, oh yeah, this character's a good one. No, he's secretly fucked up, and he does all this terrible shit, and all this thing. It's like, Jesus Christ, man, like, who hurt you? It's like, listen, not everyone needs to be a total monster behind the scenes. Like, sometimes you just have genuinely good people. They may be flawed, but they're good people. But Yoko Taro sometimes feels like everyone in his worlds have to be so cynical and awful. It's just kind of, like, it gets on the point where it's like, okay. It's a little bit hurting your writing, and world building. You've been paying attention to Honkai leaks? Wow, we've really lost you to this game, huh? I mean, I do leaks mostly because I just need to know what characters are coming out, who do I plan for. Like, it's how I know Black Swan's coming in 2.0. And that generally, I need to be prepared, because Black Swan's apparently Nihility 5-star, which means, okay, she's probably going to go with Kafka. And if so, then I need to be able to be prepared to not only get Kafka in the 1.6 warps, but also be prepared for Black Swan right after. But yeah, I'm enjoying this game incredibly. It's actually stupid, considering that I got into this game purely because I watched the Kafka trailer. And was like, I had to get this character, I'm willing to wail for her. Damn, you broke me. But I ended up actually enjoying the game and learning it's, like, Trails-inspired and stuff like that, which, I'll be honest, I think more Trails-inspired JRPGs need to be made. And the fact that a Chinese mobile game with gacha elements is doing it saddens my heart. Okay, so let's get to the quest line. We've stalled long enough. VOD viewers are, like, looking through, zooming in, being like, okay, when's he getting to the companion quest? Okay, so unfortunately, I did end up doing some of the early stuff unintentional because I was trying to talk to people and I accidentally hit the letter on the table. But basically, I got a letter, Pom Pom then shows it to me, Pom Pom then looks at it, we basically both go, ah, this is weird, let's go check in with Dan Heng about this, because this is probably for him. I'm glad you're enjoying the game, just try not to waste your money. Oh, too late for that, Xavier. I already said I was gonna wail for Kafka, and oh boy, am I definitely gonna wail. Now, hopefully, I'm praying I'll get super lucky. And I'll not have to wail too hard for Kafka. I want both her and her signature light cones, so it's like, oh boy. And as I said before, guys, light cones are very obvious bait for whales, and I'm about to get harpooned. You should not do this if you're free to play. Or even if you're someone who like just buys the battle pass or something, because the battle pass seems decently. Again, it's a battle pass. It's designed to help make the game feel less stressful than if you're free to play and you want to build all these characters. I would not have Himiko and Herda where they are now if not for the battle pass. Just straight up. I think I accelerated my game progress by at least like 2 weeks, possibly a month. Because I would have to farm so much, and instead of farming for traces, which is what I would need to do. Plus, I just learned the battle pass also gives you trace materials. Like this attack boost was paid for, all 8 of them by the battle pass, and now I was able to get like 8 more for this next. So we just need to get Himiko to 80 and we can do that. And she's so close. We're getting 6 of these 20,000s, right? So 20Ks. I think I'm going to be short still. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be enough either. So yeah, I think I have to wait till tomorrow. That's fine. Ting Yun will eventually get to 80. Her light cones too, her and Asta's. But I'll be honest, I don't think we need them. Harmony characters aren't needed for the like attack buffs and stuff, right? So as long as they can survive the current content, it should be fine. Where's yeah, Asta's over here. Yeah. So again, we're going for E6 Asta when Argenti's banner drops, probably next time we stream this. We're about to watch you waste thousands of dollars. I hope not. I hope not. I really hope not. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll get like early Kafka. Now, the true try-hard wailing on me would be trying to get E2 Kafka. Because Kafka's E2 is like something ridiculous. It like increases your, yeah, E2 Kafka is something like, oh, increase the damage or attack of all dot units of all dots by like 25% for all allies. It's like, holy crap. She basically makes dot teams really pop off. It's like, goodness me. Who knows? Maybe I'll be lucky and I'll get like 3 Kafkas in one temple. It could happen, chat. It's statistically possible. God, I hope not. I hope we don't have to get thousands of dollars for me to get at least 1 Kafka. But we'll see. This banner is going to test it, because if I'm rolling for Silverwolf, and if I don't get Silverwolf, I'll at least get a 5-star. Please give me Gepard. I need Gepard. I'd also accept like Welt, but I mostly want Gepard. Or Clara. You know, Clara seems kind of cool to build. Just in general. Having like Svarog as like your defender and all that. Just kind of neat. Anyway. Yeah, let's do this. Enough stalling. Hey, Dan Heng! Look at this.
What is it? Do you need something?
Someone's inviting you to return to old ground. Oh, I'm so sad.
There's no signature. And it doesn't mention a time or place. Looks like whoever sent this expects me to remember. Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint them.
Could it be Blade?
The handwriting does seem like that of a swordmaster, but Blade would have gotten straight to the point. It's an invitation, all right, but this is too mysterious to be him. Let me hold on to the letter. Anything related to Dan Feng's past should be handled with care.
Gotcha. So how are we gonna get roped into this? The appearance of this letter makes you feel uneasy. You evoke the Cloud Hymn, and a droplet of water condenses from the air and soaks into the letter. The handwriting disappears. Another line of writing blurs due to the water stain. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price.
Just as I thought. There was more than met the eye. Letting him leave first was a wise choice. I can't put him in danger again because of this. But if he didn't send the letter, then who did? Maybe I should make a trip to the seat of Divine Foresight. I need to ask Jing Yuan about the Stellaron hunters.
Oh? Oh! This is considered a whole thing. Also, it's not just 6, it's 9. Okay, yeah, we're gonna finish Himiko today. I didn't realize they were doing all this. And 80k? I'm so poor now, chat. Every bit of money, I'm not like, oh my god, I need more money. There's so many people playing this game, I'll have to check it out, and you definitely enjoy it. Yeah, if you want to just do like a casual dip into free-to-play and try it, Andy, I highly recommend. Like I said, it's definitely designed around, like, if you're not free-to-play, things will be smoother for you. But you could definitely do it. Like, the only reason I ended up buying the Battle Pass and, like, the Express Supply stuff is because Kafka's coming in 1.6, which I wasn't expecting. I thought she would be coming in maybe 2.0 with Black Swan. So I was prepared, like, mentally, I was preparing around that. I was like, okay, then we could, like, save through. I'll get, like, my Hanya here with my E6, and as we learned, like, E6 Asta and all that, and then I could move on to, like, next patch I could probably skip, and then go into Kafka in 2.0 with Black Swan. I would just, like, wail for them both or whatever. But nah. Now I have to, like, start prepping early. But hey, that's the nature of the beast. I sent the letter, lol. Elden Ring DLC coming directly after its announcement trailer is also technically possible. That's right. All right, quick setup. Team must include Jing Liu. What? Okay. Okay. I mean, if Jing Liu has to be in the team, I may as well go for hyper carry. Yeah. Oh, the problem is I don't know. Well, Hua Hua has to be in the team for healing purposes. The question is, who else do I put in here? There. I think this would be the team, right? So recommended type, ice, fire, and wind. Well, we have all of those on this team, so that should be good. Yeah. Quick setup. Let's switch out your light cone, Asta. Yeah, switch you out here. And then Tingyun. I mean, I guess I don't need it, strictly. I'll keep it just in case. I could always put on Meshing Cogs, but I'd rather not. Because I don't know how bad the stats are going to be on this. And I don't want to worry about, like, Tingyun dying when she's already underleveled. So let's see. Let's go. God, this music reminds me of Gravity Rush's OST so much for some reason. Huh. Wonder why.
The moon shines on the truth.
Ah, it takes off her blindfold. That's cool. God, Mara struck eyes. Spooky.
After all this time away from the Luofu, the seat of divine foresight has only become more hostile. It's quite reassuring. Relax. You needn't be so cautious, young man. I'm just reminiscing about the old days. However, I never thought Jing Yuan would send you to accompany me. It would seem our fates are intertwined.
I've got my work cut out for me today.
Oh boy. Maybe just because it sounds French.
Well, if it isn't Don Hung.
Uh-huh. And you speak to the general about something?
Greetings. I need to speak to the general about something.
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept full responsibility. They can deduct my next 100 years' salary if they like.
I'm here for about something else.
The Cloud Knights were doing their duty. I'm here to ask the general about the Stellaron hunters.
You came at a bad time. The general is busy with urgent work. You probably won't be able to meet with him today. But he did leave a message. Don Hung. Do you recognize the person on the steps?
No.
No. If the general isn't available, I'll come back another day.
You don't remember her? I see. I suppose the memories of your previous life really were wiped clean after the rebirth. That is Jing Liu, the previous sword champion of the Xianzhou Luofu. She was the closest friend of Imbibitor Lune, your previous incarnation. She was also the general's master. According to records of wars past, her blade has slain countless denizens of abundance. Not even the feather guards of the Wingweaver, the father wolf of the Borazon, or the gigantic mecha beast could withstand a single strike from her. She's a renowned legend. However, those are ancient stories. It's a shame that even a hero like her wasn't able to break free of Mara. It is said that in the end, Jing Liu lost her sanity and slaughtered anyone in sight. She was deemed a criminal and fled to outer worlds. With her powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some reason, she arrived on the Luofu with a suspect disguised as a traveling merchant and said she wanted to turn herself in. Her surrender came with one condition: that she be allowed a day of freedom before the trial. She wanted to travel to Scale Gorge Waterscape and meet with her old friends one last time. I can't believe Jing Yuan actually agreed. Before he left,
Huh.
he ordered us to accompany Jing Liu during her last day on the Luofu. We're hosting an honored guest. We're escorting a criminal.
Jingzhu suddenly stops talking. Like her, you perceive a chill settling in the air around you. Wait, the kid has a salary? Apparently, being the apprentice to the general means you get on the payroll. I mean, technically he's a Cloud Knight, so I guess that makes sense. And he's like hundreds of years old. That elf looks thicker than a sticker. She's not an elf, she's a dragon person.
Imbibitor Lune, you're here. Since you traveled all this way, why don't you come and talk with me? Or should I call you by your name in this lifetime? Don Hung.
Oh my. They make you play as Jing Liu? And yet I'm supposed to be playing as Don Hung. This is such a weird feeling.
Master Don Hung. She's asking for you specifically.
Be careful. Don't underestimate her.
Everyone's on edge.
When I left the Xianzhou, I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a hatching rebirth, and detained you in the Shackling prison. I thought Imbibitor Lune had been wiped from this world. But then I returned to the Luofu and watched as you parted the sea. After all these years, it was a magnificent sight to behold.
Do I know you?
Do we know each other?
The answer to that is both yes and no. However, your cold and indifferent tone is identical to the person I knew back then. If my guess is correct, the Preceptors were unwilling to allow the Ichor line to end, and hoped for the Imbibitor Lunay's resurrection. That is why they tampered with the Moltene rebirth, and turned you into what you are now.
Tell me for why you're here. Do you also want to make Imbibitor Lulu pay for what he's done? Do you also wish to restore the High Elder succession? Ooh, these are some spicy choices. Sorry, dragon person. Good on you, Andy. Ooh, this one's a toughie. Tell me why you're here. I feel like it's pretty obvious she does, because the 3 people and all that, but let's see. Do you wish to restore the High Elder succession?
So, you also wish to restore the High Elder succession, just like the Preceptors.
I have no intention of meddling in such things. That is the business of the Videodora. I returned to the Luofu so I could surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins. I did, however, have one request before the trial. I asked to be given a single day to go and see old friends, and to fulfill promises I made long ago. Jing Yuan has always been an understanding person. He heard that you would be coming and agreed to my request.
So, you're the one that mailed the letter to the Express.
That's right.
Meanwhile...
The sea's depths conceal no stone, and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. The scenery of Scale Gorge waterscape is truly as magnificent as the poems describe. But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes, we will be performing your trial here.
For security purposes? I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
The Stellaron's descent, the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection, the Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicassator. According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Luofu with a group of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay. Your departure coincided with the day the calamities took place. You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellaron crisis and wish to surrender yourself. Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. I admit I did have my own agenda for entering the shackling prison, but in the end, I found that the Luofu did not possess what I was looking for.
Oh?
It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer. It would be silly of me to think that I could outrun the Alliance.
Merely a wanderer? You're too modest, Luocha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone? Or must I utter that tongue-twister of a name?
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight for nothing, General.
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the Ten Lords Commission and the 7 Arbiter Generals. However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape. It will be the last view of the Luofu you ever lay eyes on.
Oh.
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago. The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng, the artful piloting skills of Bai Heng, the divine weapons crafted by the Juming artisan Ying Xing, and the unmatched stratagem of the general. The 5 of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and the High Cloud Quintet disbanded as each of you went your separate ways. You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss things that shouldn't be overheard.
Oh?
You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jingliu.
Okay. Back at the Seat of Divine Foresight. Okay, things are building. We got a lot of lore drops in that. Locha's using a false identity.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I would make a wonderful tourist. Lower your guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides, your general has already agreed to my request. Imbibitor Lunae, you must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer. Regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life, accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Lead the way.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first, or to the Artisanship Commission? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them. When the people of the Xianzhou live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable maze.
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia it is.
Surprised you haven't missed anything yet. Big stuck in cutscenes will do that for you. She won't take no for an answer. No means yes. You came, you saw, you're coming with me.
If it's star skiffs you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Young man, have you ever heard of Bai Heng, the Foxian pilot?
Bai Heng. I think I've seen that name somewhere before.
Pilot. The name is unfamiliar to you and elicits no feelings. However, a voice inexplicably rings in your ears.
Let the noble High Elder drown the enemies in rain. We just need a watch from the sky, I presume?
Imbibitor Lunae, if memories are returning to you, share them.
I can't remember anything.
I can't remember anything.
But you've learned how to lie. Well, That's all in the past now. The reason we came to Stargazer Navalia is because I wanted to pay tribute to her here.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul-soothing ceremony?
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her. It is something I have regretted to this day. As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but I know nothing of the process.
I see. Follow me. I don't know anything about manufacturing star skiffs either. But getting these machines to work shouldn't be too hard.
Alright, let's test our team, make sure I'm actually able to do stuff with this.
Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
Stellaron spirits? Interesting way to
No
put it.
need to worry about the two of us.
Run! Run, you fool! Also, you got stuck on... Oh, I'm gonna put him out of his misery. He's a bad liar. Yeah, he is. Is that 2B? She does have that 2B look, huh?
Tedious.
Oh my. Let's see this at normal speed. Oh, she only has...
We have to fight?
Why, of course.
Okay, we do that. Alright, we know this for these characters.
Seize the moment.
This.
Chill out.
There we go. Alright, so how does this work? So it's single target for both, huh? Yes, this is standard. What's this do then? Oh, wait, whoops. Deals ice damage to a target enemy, attains 1 stack of Syzygy. Okay, cool. Gotcha. So this is how she gets her stacks.
A blade of moonlight.
Nice. Boom. Oh, she gets to go right again as soon as she gets her stacks, too. And she can only do her blast attack now. That's cool. Nice. That damage. Okay. Okay, I get the idea.
Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
Oh no.
No need to worry about the two of us.
There we go.
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargazer Navalia starts here. Just enter the command into the device. The vessel used to cultivate starskiff seeds will be activated, and a ship will appear in the skyport soon after. I remember now. I've seen Bai Hung's name in books before.
Wow, that was a delayed response.
You like to read? I couldn't tell.
Ouch, rude.
Hey, I don't read much, but the General forced me to finish a bunch of ancient volumes during my training. I remember one called Views of the Universe from a Starskiff. The author's name was Bai Hung.
That's right. Bai Hung was the one who wrote that travelogue.
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about starskiff crashes on different worlds and dangerous situations. It also had records of local species and ecosystems. I remember thinking, how could an ace pilot crash land her starskiff so many times? Then I realized that every time, she made the best of the situation and got back alive. Her luck really was out of this world.
Indeed. Her luck always astonished us. Whenever she piloted a mission, you could almost guarantee a narrow escape from the jaws of some abundance behemoth, or a miraculous return from behind enemy lines. Very few starskiffs she piloted were able to return to port in one piece. The folks at the Skyfaring Commission secretly referred to her as the Star Skiff Killer. She also possessed an uncanny ability to predict future events, inauspicious ones at least. Every ill omen that came out of her mouth would sure enough come true. Very few Cloud Knights had the courage to accompany her on missions. However, when it came to surviving, her fortunes were incredible. Even in the worst situations imaginable, she was always able to turn the tide. Luck is a type of strength, after all. I hope that this ship, built for the Star Skiff Killer, will also be able to return to the stars.
Ha! That'll do it. The Starskiff assembly line has been activated.
They really like
The
smack down the
Starskiff
little
will
one.
take
Yeah.
shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there.
Yang-
It won't be long.
Yang seems to exist so he gets bullied by everyone else.
Thank you,
He's like that
young man.
young man. He's like that one. He's like that one child prodigy who, because he's sometimes just a little bit of a brat about being so much smarter than everyone else his age, gets dicked on by everybody unnecessarily. Or maybe necessarily, I don't know. You decide. Alright, let's see what this is about. This is like the late night commercial
See,
phone operators.
The Starskiff is complete.
I think she's pretty jaded.
After being away from the Luofu for so long, I can finally say farewell to you.
So, what happened to Baihang in the end?
In the end, I do not think the details are necessary. We are here today to commemorate her. Inbibitor Lunae, do you still remember the battle against Shuhu?
The Abundance Emanator, Shuhu, rallied a great army and attacked the Alliance. I read about it in the Shackling prison.
You seem to be interested in learning about your past life. Still, all of that was erased. After Shuhu attacked the borders, he disappeared without a trace. There are no records of his remains either. Let me refresh your memory. During that battle, Baihang, being the headstrong girl that she was, managed to exhaust the luck that was bestowed upon her by the Rainbow Arbiter. She charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses, allowing the Xianzhou soldiers to break through Shuhu's sanguinary abyss and awaken you from your dragon's delirium. She was not able to walk out of that fight. We all shoulder a debt that we will never be able to repay. For the Cloud Knights, giving up one's life on the battlefield is an honor. But that wasn't something you believed in, Inbibitor Lunae. You couldn't accept that Baihang was gone. Instead of leaving her to eternal rest, you decided to... You made a mistake that can never be undone. There is no need to respond, Inbibitor Lunae. Your answer is no longer important. And now, I will send off this Starskiff.
You know what, the more I listen to her, the more it sounds like she's like about to like explode at him and like want to strangle him on the spot, but she's like holding it in. Granted, that could just be the Mara she's trying to hold in, you know? Trying not to go crazy. Who knows? When I play games that give me options of choosing dialogue, I always want to know what every response is, so it's hard for me for some reason. Yeah, I totally get you. I understand the feeling completely. Alright. Alright, let's see what this is gonna be like.
Baiheng, I've brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person. I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed. I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word, even if it requires me to cut down the stars in the sky.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. The Artisanship Commission is next.
Gee, she's uninvited next time, but she's the one handing out the invitations. She's uninvited anyway. God! They still haven't cleaned up the furnace. Listen, all the Heliobi got out because of us. Well, not really us. It was because of the stupid beer.
Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations. Even the Artisanship Commission's prized creation furnace is hanging on by a thread.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line until reinforcements arrived. That's how the creation furnace was saved.
Yeah, that was me. We were the reinforcements. That's awesome. They acknowledge us, kind of.
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely arrogant acquaintance. If he were to see the chaos of the Artisanship Commission today, he would burst into laughter at the Xianzhou's incompetence.
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the Cloud Knights to arrive?
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door? From what I heard, it was a group of Outworlders that came to the rescue.
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yaoqing's campaign. The Cloud Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard everywhere at once.
Young man, why don't we continue our previous contest? Show me whether the sword techniques you are so proud of have improved.
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the creation furnace.
I kind of like your loyalty, though.
Why did you send him away?
It is of no importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
I don't plan on fighting.
I'm not asking you to point your spear at me. Could it be that the abominations here aren't enough to motivate you?
Yeah, so I'm very curious about her character so far. Because she was very ominous at the end of the main story quest, right, when she showed up here. But now it's looking like, no, she actually went to the prison so she could surrender herself and go to prison. Same thing with Luocha, who apparently, he didn't find what he was looking for. And that still doesn't explain why he brought the coffin. Who's in the fucking coffin, Luocha? I thought it might be Jing Liu, but no, Jing Liu's thing with Yingqing happened separately. So it's like, there's something going on.
The moon shines on the truth.
Alright, let's see what her... Yeah, it's frozen. Thought you were gonna fight her for a minute?
Even after
Nope.
your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like...
Like you never forgot.
Fleeting light, roaring flood.
There we go.
A blade of moonlight.
Alright.
All will be revealed.
Alright, let's see this ult.
In lunar flame.
Nice. Pretty cool. Alright, let's speed this up. Still so much lore to find and miss. You come on, Xavier. I'm not missing anything lately, I think.
Protect me! Protect me!
Alright, heal.
1,000 wonders to raid and fight as one!
Uh-huh. Boom. Oh, I love that. That just feels good.
Come on already. What took you so long this time?
Oh.
Don't get anxious, Imbibitor Lunae. We have all the time in the world.
Uh-huh. Oh!
Can't be.
I see.
A pointless
The
struggle.
moon shines on a truth.
Ah, a boss, huh? Well, no more. I do like her technique, though. It's pretty cool.
This spear still recognizes you as its master. Imbibitor Lunae, do you know who crafted it for you?
It's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
Oh. I see that was made by Blade then, right? Before he, I guess he lost his memory or whatever. Are we going to this?
A blade of moonlight. All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
That eye change is really cool. That's really nice that they did that. They didn't have to do that. That's a perfect touch to it, though. The crazy's coming out. Nice. Alright. Alright. Yeah.
Give me strength!
Who invited you? Huh?
Immortality means forever.
No, not for you, my friend. You're not gonna last. We have time before we have to do it with her, so that's fun, cool. Yeah, we're in a good spot.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again!
You're fine. Do this.
Everything is ordained.
Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing!
Give this.
Don't come any closer!
These are devils. I'll crush them all.
Alright, let's see. Where do we go from here? Do that.
No manners, huh? Who will it be?
Go with the stacks. Do this again.
1,000 wonders to raise and fight as one!
Do this.
All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
Beautiful. That breaks his healing, so he's not going to heal on his next attack.
Secret of the safe.
Yeah, let's break him first.
I can do this!
Get them.
Damn, I was hoping that would get the kill. It's fine.
Immortality.
Technically, she's right. Well,
You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Dan Feng and have nothing to do with his sins. And you can keep insisting that you have forgotten everything. But you cannot run from combat, Dan Heng. Your spearmanship is identical to Imbibitor Lunace. Combat is like smelting, purging the impurities with burning flames and exposing a person's true nature. Those are the words of the one who made Cloudpiercer for you. Do you remember? Out of all of us, you were the closest to him. It was strange, really, to see someone so arrogant get along with someone so proud.
Yingxing. In your dreams, you see a man with an indistinct face standing arrogantly and irreverently in front of the gun rack where the Cloudpiercer is placed.
This spear is sharp enough to pierce dragon scales. Be careful, High Elder, lest you hurt yourself with it.
Yeah, that's Blade.
Yingxing.
You still remember his name. When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations. That's what drove him to travel across the stars to the Xianzhou to receive training. When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting about mastering all the crafts of the Artisanship Commission by the time he was 100 years old. The little brat was no less arrogant than the High Elder. At first, I wasn't too fond of his defiant nature. But when we met again, he was able to craft weapons that astonished the Master Craftsman. He even snatched the Artisanship Commission title of Furnace Master. Unfortunately, the Alliance would never allow a short-life species to run the Artisanship Commission.
Oh!
He was only able to prove his worth alongside us outcasts in the end.
Oh! Blade was originally... He's not from... Okay, so like when they talked about him coming to the Xianzhou, I was like, wait, is he not from there? But no, he's not even a long-life species. He's short-life. Wow! So he literally knew them for, like... I have to imagine he's only, like, maybe, like, decades old. Like, he couldn't have been older than, like, 40-ish, right? Based on how he appears in flashbacks and stuff. In official art. Obviously, Blade is not that old-looking. And he had like, white hair, too, which is curious. Huh. But Blade has, like, dark, like, blue or green hair? Huh. Huh. Gosh, they're drip-feeding me.
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep up with you.
He knows she's bullshitting.
So, are we here to commemorate your short-life species friend?
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-life species for long. If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
Oh, he is then, apparently. He became a long-life species.
He transformed into a long-life species?
Correct. Such are the twists of destiny.
Oh, that pissed her off.
Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads. As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid Imbibitor Lunae in resurrecting his deceased companion.
Oh, he did.
His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
What did you do to him?
He should have been eternally jailed in the Shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name. We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
Oh wow, she's hardcore. So she... Meanwhile, in the Dragon Vista Rain Hall, Scale Gorge Waterscape. So she basically trained Blade before he became Blade, I guess. I guess when he was like a husk of his former self. She just basically tortured him.
As a follower
with
of the
training.
Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the abundance. What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi dead. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest. So, in order to sever Yaoshi's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution. Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara.
Oh.
She has traveled many worlds and discovered a solution.
I'm listening.
I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shu Ling and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda. And the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jingyuan.
Oh. Hey, Blady.
The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
Did Kafka tell him to not meet people he knows and sees and might remember? Blade being like, wait, I remember Jingyuan, going to go see him. Blade, you're gonna be stuck here getting cared for by Kafka forever. Honestly, I'm kind of jealous.
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. For a checkup and consultation. Patience, young man. We're not far from Scale Gorge Waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
I love how she just calls him young man for everything. It's like, boy. from God of War. Like, that's just such a funny thing to think about. Also, yeah, this is heavily implying that Bailu has to be Bai Hung, right? Like, why else is the game... why else would Jing Liu, like, be coming here to get a checkup from Bailu? Yeah. She's a product of the attempt to resurrect Bai Hung, for sure.
Dan Heng? What a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
Miss Bailu. She's here for a consultation.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes? Or is it something else?
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors. Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of expertise. But who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse. You'll need to take some translucence worms so I can take a closer look.
What? Translucence worms?
Your hand! It's freezing! Please wait. Dan Heng, can I speak to you for a minute? Your friend here has a very peculiar condition. Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that
there's no cure. She won't live much longer, there's no cure.
There's no cure.
Let the healer make the professional diagnosis.
Oh, wow. Okay, sure, Miss Healer Lady.
Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core esse and her veins. I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
Respectfully decline directly.
She's a criminal. That's up to the Cloud Knights and the Ten Lords Commission.
Oh, talk about not judging a book by its cover. She looks so kind and elegant. How could she be a criminal? Not my concern. I'll do my best. No matter what I administer, she's gonna need to drink a ton of warm water from this point on. Come with me. I'll prescribe her some soul-returning vitality infusion. It won't cure her, but I'll... Wait! Where did my big medicine box go? I'm sorry. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were expelled, things have been a mess around here.
I can imagine.
Dan Heng, you mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine? I could use your skills.
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
Yang Ching in the background being like, how the hell did I end up in this situation?
No. No trouble at all.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
There we go. Don't make me skip! Don't make Xavier right.
I can smell the herbs. It's around here some... Hey!
No!
Back my medicine box!
No! Never getting over Dragon Lady.
That thing runs so fast! Don't let it get away!
Oh no. Well...
The moon shines on the truth.
There's an even bigger monster protecting this one! When did so many creatures start visiting the Alchemy Commission?
Careful.
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, Dragon Lady. Stand back. The chill of my sword freezes everything in its path.
There we go.
We're in trouble now.
I think this is the right choice.
So this is why your hands are so cold.
Who invited you?
Alright.
Welcome, customers.
We do this early.
Everything is ordained. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Alright, he hits us. There we go.
This cold isn't something normal flesh could withstand.
All will be revealed
There we go.
in lunar flame.
Now she takes the hit. Beautiful.
Protect me, protect me.
No manners, huh?
Great. Alright, so now you're gonna get hit. We do this.
These are devils. I'll crush
We do this.
them all.
1,000 wonders to raid. Minus one.
Damn, not enough. Alright, here we go.
You paid for that.
Nowhere to run.
Who invited you?
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
She's just never leaving her enhanced state.
Who will it be?
Seize the moment.
Jingli was just always gonna be with her Syzygy stacks as long as I have Ting Yun and Hua Hua doing this. Like, she's such a broken character. It's actually ridiculous. I see why she's the meta. Her and Imbibitor Lune.
Alright, let me make sure nothing's missing. Excellent. The calming valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here. Let's head back. Never make a patient wait too long. Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
Very well. The fate of a long-life species is inevitable, even with the best doctors.
You're Mara-struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all. What with the incident on the Luofu, I've treated a number of Mara-stricken patients recently. They all presented with signs of incoherence, delirium, or frightening physical mutations. You don't seem to have any of that.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me.
Oh.
I may be sane, but one thing is certain. My mind is already at its limit.
But who did this?
And yet, I still have many unfulfilled wishes, and plenty of unfinished business.
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body. If you're able to forget about the past, there might be a chance for your symptoms to regress.
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold on to it, to embrace it, and to use it to maintain my existence. All I have left are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past. If I am without either of them, I would fall into an empty void. Thank you for your advice, Dragon Lady. Meeting you has provided more healing than any kind of medicine or remedy. By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the Xianzhou for treatment. And the number of injuries we see has skyrocketed since the Ambrosia Arbor crisis.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious expression. He also carries a crude sword with him at all times. Have you seen someone like that, Dragon Lady?
Oh, yes! Someone came by today that matches that description.
Oh.
He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood. Though, from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
He's probably looking for a different kind of medicine. Well then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend.
Okay.
Take this man away. This does not involve him.
Yanqing.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought the High Cloud Quintet would be able to gather again in the same place after hundreds of years. If I remember correctly, the 5 of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. We promised that no matter what happened, we would gather here together and share a drink. How sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more. Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. Imbibitor Lunae, the chief culprit, chose to use the Transmutation Arcanum as a means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen. Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination. As for Jingliu, the sinner, she succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath. Now it is time we pay for what we have done. Dan Heng, you can never escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lunae. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward until you meet your eventual doom. Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death, all the while pleading for a place to rest. This is the only way you are able to relinquish Ying Sing's regrets. And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory of the pain of the past from fading away. High Cloud Quintet, it is time to say goodbye.
Oh. Okay. Where's Blade? Ah, there he is. Blade coldly looks at you. He's not saying much, huh? Okay. Gotcha, Bladey.
A wineless gathering, accompanied by only sadness and bitterness. What a depressing reunion. Jing Yuan, is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the Yuche. I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case. They set up a Deca-light reflection barrier in hopes of meeting the two of you beforehand.
Jing Yuan, you haven't changed at all. Always trying to destroy the plans of others. But in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired of treading on a predetermined path. No matter, I will deviate if you insist. But this does not change how things will end. Ultimately, I will stand on the side of victory.
Then I shall see this gamble through.
Okay.
Wait. Jingliu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing else I can do for you. The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's Slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
Whoa?
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does not long for life, who wants only to be slaughtered.
You will only draw against an opponent. Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
Savor the moment. I will deliver you a brief moment of death. We were here once, 700 years ago. Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream. I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us, like a Xianzhou
Oh, wow.
lifetime. Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
Well, you got that moment of death.
A familiar feeling. Almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson. You used the sword Insing crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. All I can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored. It's as if they're saying, why? Why did you and Imbibitor Lunae commit such an unforgivable sin? I know that you have no interest in my answer, which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer. Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again? Why does someone like her have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten? Why? In the end, you unleashed the final piercing blow and left both me and the sword in the withered grave. The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away, like when we drank to drown our sorrows.
Still alive. Oh, hey, Jing, you came back. Oh, we can't talk to anyone else except Jing Liu, huh? I don't want her to leave. Well, she's going. She's gotta go to prison.
Imbibitor Lunae, what do you plan on doing next?
Once this gathering ends, I will return to the Express to continue my journey.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own, just as we did back then. I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the Luofu years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day, always nagging in my ear. The memories of what I did when I was Mara-struck are deeply rooted. Since I am unable to rid myself of them, I decided to face them head-on in the end. Maybe when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Ying-Sing will find true release. Goodbye, Imbibitor Lunae.
Tell her I love her, Loki. Well, too late. She left. She's gone. Heading to prison.
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it.
Blade coldly looks at you.
We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. This is the price the two of us must pay.
Neither of us can end the other's life. Just give up.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. For now. I don't mind prolonging my vengeance. It might be more interesting that way.
Okay.
Dan Heng, the General wants me to forget about everything I saw today. I understand.
Just trying to protect you.
These disputes are far too complicated for me right now. Swordplay is a lot simpler. I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did?
You have friends? That's the most shocking thing I've learned in this quest. I'm sorry, Yanqing, but I always thought you were kind of a little shit. I'm surprised you actually have people you could call friends in the Cloud Knights. I wonder if there is age even. Well, age, quote unquote. He's like, what, hundreds of years old?
Goodbye for now, Dan Heng. I hope the next time we meet, it'll be under happier circumstances.
She's gone. All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another.
Should I be responsible for Danfeng's actions?
Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to. Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth.
I have to go.
Yes. It has been a long day for you, Dan Heng.
Oh, we got a message. Is everything okay, Dan Heng?
Kalis and I heard you received an anonymous letter and we were worried, so we came here to check on you, but you weren't in the archives. Did that poker-faced Stellaron Hunter Blade give you any trouble again?
I went to meet some old friends.
Don't worry, I just stepped away for a bit to catch up with some old friends.
Phew, that's a relief then. By the way, don't forget to head back to the Express early. Himiko said she made coffee for us.
Oh god, we're all gonna die. Bent, but unbroken. And we got some more! Oh, and it took us back here already. Cool. We did it! We did the mission. That's for the next update, right? Yeah, Night of Universal Hallucinations. That's gonna be the next companion mission with Argenti. So that was cool. We got a lot of lore. A lot of hints. It sounds like Jing Liu is, there's a bigger plan in the works with Jing Liu and Luocha. Though I don't know if Luocha's plan is going to be the same as Jing Liu's. Like, I don't know if they're, like, on the same side anymore. There's also questions of, like, who she made a deal with that gives her, like, all that ice powers. My first thought was, ooh, maybe Fuli the Remembrance, right? Like, maybe that's why she's able to maintain sanity, because, like, Fuli is, like, manipulating memories or something to keep her somewhat sane with her ice powers. That's the only thing I can think of. Was that a side mission? Yeah, that was a companion mission, technically. That was Jing Liu's companion mission. Another miserable side quest down, yep. We're done! I have an empty quest log. No more missions. Hey, Pom Pom. Oh, what's this? Oh, by Luocha.
Dear Nameless, having to deliver this letter instead of bidding you farewell in person on the Express leaves me with a sense of regret. I've heard of your noble deeds in the Xianzhou Luofu and had the pleasure of getting to know such intriguing a friend as Dan Heng. This journey through the meandering Xianzhou has allowed each of us, including those on the Astral Express, to find what we were seeking. A remarkable and fulfilling conclusion that is truly incredible. Now I must continue on to the next station of my destiny. In accordance with the customs of my homeland, it is customary to leave behind some tokens at the places one visits as a way to express gratitude to those who have aided in stepping onto unfamiliar ground and to wish for smooth travels ahead. Thus, enclosed with this letter is a small token of appreciation. Please accept it with my sincere regards. May our paths cross once more in the future. Warmest regards, Luocha.
Oh. I see. So, I guess, yeah, Luocha's not coming back to the Express anymore, huh? Yeah, he hasn't changed this, though. Oh, but it says he's departed. Well, let me see that. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, so it's like, oh yeah, he's not gonna be going to the Express anymore. So I guess the 10 Jade are in case you didn't do his conversation where he gives you 10 Jade after unlocking him. I guess that's their consolation. But that's cool. Actual like story reflected in the overworld. So yeah, there's so much to dissect there. Like I'm feeling even stronger now about Bailu being Bai Hung. I was feeling that like a little bit with like Dan Heng's quest, but like this one just really sort of hammers it home to me. It feels like Jing Liu was kind of using that as an excuse to kind of see what Bai Heng's next life is like now that she's a Vidyadhara. We also have Blade getting a lot of stuff. Blade feels weird because it feels like he's someone who's very hateful against Dan Heng, but he's also feels very like sorry to Jing Liu. And like it definitely seems like he's like at the worst of both worlds. He's like in between where he's like he really hates himself, but he really hates Dan Heng for putting him in this position as well, or letting him enabling his past life. So it's like, yeah, he's just a very awkward spot to be self-hating. Papa makes everything better. This is true. Okay, so if we give it another week, I think I'll be at like 20,000, maybe 22,000. I don't think we'll get to 26,000. Might take us like a little over a week and a half, which is fine. It's just gonna take us a while. It's getting late, so I think we're gonna do Kafka's Truth and Lies segment when she comes out in 1.6. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think it's a better way to delay it because we'll do Argenti's trailer when his quest is available next time. But yeah, we've done this. I've done more progress on Sim Universe than I was expecting. We have another event coming out with Argenti's thing in a few days, and this should be almost done by then. Like the 5th, the 6th. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna have this one on the 6th, and then this will end the day after. So yeah, we'll probably do like the new event, because it seems to be a fighting tournament event. It's basically, from what I can tell, part 2 of this. Yeah. Of the Boulder Town Super League, so that's gonna be cool. Overall, I really am happy with where we're at right now. But I am looking forward to finally getting Kafka. Like, I'm itching for that, so it's gonna be preparation. Oh! Let's level up Himeko while we're here, so we can start preparing for Kafka purely. Oh wow, 2 was just enough. So close. Okay, fine, I'll waste this. Alright, give me the leftover.
Our final stop can never truly be reached.
There we go. Kafka is Himeko is done. We're gonna skip Tingyun if we can help it. Her light cone's done. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we don't need this. Yeah, our support characters don't need high light cones beyond what they already got. Like 70's perfectly fine for them right now. I can min-max after like Kafka's done. So let's see. Let's pull out the calculator and look at where we need to go from here. Oh, wait, before I forget. Her traces. Alright, so Himeko's traces are done for now. I'm not touching any more of these. Yeah, Pizza Cutter doesn't need it right now. Effect Res, we're good. Herda could still use some, so we might use some on Herda. I don't know how much we're gonna use on Herda, though, but... Alright, let's see. How much do I need to save up for Kafka? God, I love Hearthfire, so... The OST in general in this game is pretty phenomenal. I've been really impressed by it.
Nice.
Let's see, leveling calculator. We pull up Kafka. I do appreciate that the developers actually do this for their own app. Let's look at all of them, not just who I own.
Nice.
There's Kafka. We're gonna also skip on leveling Hanya, despite the fact we're getting her, I think, because I'm not interested. Let's add her light cone as well. God, this is gonna be so expensive, I just know it. Alright, let's see. So let's see, it's going to cost me 4,700,000. Yeah, 4,788,000 credits. I'm at 287,000. So yeah. Come on, guys, it's just another 4.5 mil. Traveler's Guides, you need 294. I think we can get that through just leveling our Trailblaze level and doing quests and stuff between now and then. Shapeshifters, Lightning Staff. We need 65. I have 10. So I need to farm that Stagnant Shadow. Like, it's 45 divided by 5, so 9 more times. So that's not that bad. That's only, what? That's like 2 days. At worst. Or, well, at best, I should say. Conqueror's Will, 87. I have 103, so we're good there. Obsidian of Obsession, 154. That's gonna take forever. That's the high quality mats for this stuff. So yeah, I don't have any other Nihility stuff. Oh yeah, I do. I have these. So yeah, it's the 4-star for this. So I need 154 of those. I need 12 Phantilia things. So we're gonna be farming Phantilia at some point. Maybe I'll do that this week because I haven't done my weeklies. So much grinding. Yeah, a lot of grinding. Usurper Scheme, 91. We have 632. We have plenty there. Obsidian of Desolation, 81. Okay, so we need 81 for this. Thief's Instinct, 76. I have like thousands of that, right? Like, yeah, I have over 1,000, so we're fine there. And then we need 22 of Obsidian of Dread. So the low quality mats we don't need much of, but yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm going to be farming a lot between now and when Kafka comes out, which, okay, so Argenti comes out on the 6th, and then there's like 3 more weeks before the patch ends. So it's 3 weeks of there, and then 3 weeks of the first half of 1.6, and then Kafka should be on the second half with Dr. Ratio, I think. So that's 6 weeks in total. So we have a month and a half to farm and prep for Kafka. And keep in mind, this is to get her to absolute max everything. Also, I need 8 Tracks of Destiny, which I have 27 right now. So I have 27 of the really rare stuff. That's good. But yeah, so that's a lot of farming. Honestly, I think most of this is doable, except for the credits. The credits might become a problem, but we'll see. We're gonna get a Calyx for double rewards on that soon. So I think we'll farm Nihility Blessings for a while. Yeah. That'll help accelerate our path. And then I think what will happen is if I'm lacking money after I farmed everything else, then we will farm golden calyxes for cash. You get 24k per round at the calyx, it looks like. That's guaranteed cash. So what's 24,000 times 6? That's at least, I think, 1.5 thousand, right? I think that's 150,000, right? Anyway. Whatever the exact numbers are. Overall, I'm very satisfied with our trajectory. We'll see how the farming goes to the next month and a half then, I guess. Next time we'll do Argenti's companion mission, and then we'll like totally be out on terms of story content, I think, until the next patch. So I think the next few weeks we'll just do like Sim Universe or something, or I'm gonna like take a break from showing this game on stream and do like the other games that I've been meaning to do. Again, it's gonna depend on a bunch of different things, including when I drop off my PC to get repairs and stuff. Because without my PC, I can't really stream. So I might be out as long as like potentially a week with no streaming. So we'll just see. But that's for future Loki to worry about. Until then, I want to thank everybody for showing up and enjoying this companion mission with me. It's not my favorite companion mission by any means, but I definitely enjoyed it. I love the lore drops and stuff like that. I'm hopeful that when we eventually get Jingliu and Luocha coming back in the story, it'll be like in main story stuff, not companion thing. I wonder how that's gonna work. Maybe they'll do it like with Donshu's side quest, where they'll be like, hey, do this quest before you before you continue with the main story on this, or else this quest is going to be gone forever. I could see them doing that, but we'll see. Until then, though, everybody, loved having ya.
Bye-bye for now.